provide essential nutrition, right? We don't want to eliminate food groups like meat. And or macronutrients, right? So we want to make sure that we're getting all the essential nutrients in any type of program that we're doing. It should be designed to improve your performance. I think that this is a really big one, right? The principles and goals are well understood and defined. We should probably try to move forward with something that we're not understanding very well, right? And that we don't have a confidence in. We don't want to go to a weekend course and try to pick up a bunch of different, training things. And all of a sudden on Monday, you're throwing all these things at people without first having vetted it out, understood it better, defining things for yourself, defining things in the way that you can talk to your clients about it. A few things here and there, right? But you want to have some level of a little bit of mastery with it. But also you've got to be able to help it, be more defined with your clients, right? The more clear and defined that the goals and the principles of what you're doing are going to help with your clients and your patients as well, right? So it should be easy to follow on a daily basis, year round, right? And I think that this is probably the one thing that we struggle with the most, right? Is if we have all the athletic freaks and the fitness freaks out there doing this type of stuff now, then how do we program things for, a year round? You can't do emergency based, like crazy, insanity, CrossFit workouts, 12 months out of the year, 5 days a week type of situation. We have to have more balance in the programming than that, or it's going to lead to either boredom, possibly injuries, or just simply plateaus, right? You have to start changing things up, and that's where, the periodization stuff comes in as well. You have to have access to the tools that are needed. It should be designed to achieve optimal body composition. Not always things are designed for that. Sometimes it's just about weight loss, for example, right? But every idea of achieving optimal body composition improves your health. It improves your performance. It's just one of the most basic things. So what you're doing should be designed with that in mind, probably for, both ends. Like we just said, it should be designed to improve performance and body composition. Those are probably two things that are kind of, don't necessarily go, perfectly together. But when you look at the effect that optimal body composition has on your performance with everything that you're doing, you want to be moving in that direction. With that said, you want to look at trying to be put into the appropriate catabolic and anabolic balance, right? Catabolic means breaking the body down. Anabolic means that it's building itself up. This real quick, what is working out catabolic or anabolic? Say we do an hour-long strength training routine. Is catabolic, or is it catabolic or anabolic? This is kind of a trick question. Anybody want to go?
Is it both?
It could be both.
Sorta. Right? So it's really a catabolic activity, right? You're really creating, breakdown and stress to the body. The anabolic after, right? You guys remember the anabolic window? You know how they used to say that with making sure that you were doing your nutrient timing type of stuff afterwards. So the event in and of itself is catabolic, just like sleeping, for example, right? So sleeping puts you in more of a catabolic state. The body's breaking itself down and you're working on recovery, basically. And so working out is very similar, where the body is breaking itself down. You want to say hi, Xander? Hello. Shut the door. So you want to make sure that you're looking at that in your programming, and especially with your nutrition as well. And then everything should incorporate SMART goals, right? As much as you possibly can. It's hard to do. I know it's hard to get people to do it, but it's something that's really going to help people with their adherence and sticking to the program for longer if they can basically go through the goal planning type of strategy, and also bringing in the reassessments to reset the goals, which I think, outside of the long-term stuff that we're talking about here, the shorter-term stuff is that we don't usually typically do a great job with reassessing, right? We'll do that initial assessment, but we don't really do the greatest job all the time with reassessment. This is a global thing, right? So not us, because it's always something that works consistently. And a cool part of our program is basically that there's a lot of assessment that's going on inside of the programming in and of itself, right? So that's, you know, even if you look at like the balance discs that we have a level 1, a level 2, a level 3, a level 4, a level 5, right? So that is built in to kind of this progression in the system that's natural in terms of the ability to self-assess, or for the trainer or coach or practitioner to assess the client. So wobble like that, because it's almost a continual assessment type of thing. Every time you use it, you're checking, am I weight shifting side to side? Am I getting pressure evenly on both feet, right? Can I keep my head in the right position? All those types of things, right? So, and then, you know, ultimately, probably the biggest thing that we're going to see for success in any program that we do, business-wise, professionally, education, whatever it is that we're going to have a coach, a trainer, or a mentor, which is obvious, I think, but I got to make sure that we cover this type of stuff, so I'm not skipping that. You guys got any questions on that, or anything that you want to add? Nope, all good.